My name is Paul Uollis.
My name is Sam, and I love cars.
I love the sound. I love the aesthetics.
Something that makes my heart beat extra fast.
Michelin have invited Sam and I to Gudvude Festival of Speed to meet amazing people, to see some awesome cars, and to have the best weekend ever.
The great thing is that when you come to an event like this and you meet other people who are passionate about cars, you always have a common ground. There's always stuff to talk about.
Our first encounter was with Tom Christensen.
The Le Mans legend, I mean, the most successful Le Mans racer ever, surrounded by some of his most iconic cars in the Goodwood paddock, was a pretty unbelievable experience.
Hey, guys.
Nice to meet you, Tom. How are you?
Hey,
Yeah.
Sam, nice to
Hi,
meet
Sam.
you. How you doing?
See you.
Can I just say, all the cars, they're very dirty.
We have just met,
Yes.
and we're getting into blasphemy now.
Oh, no, what have I done?
The cars winning at Le Mans, you don't touch them with anything. You don't clean them at all.
So they stay like this forever?
They stay like this forever.
You sort of hear about racing drivers being small, and I kind of wondered if that was true. Do racing teams go after small people? I don't mean this to be an offensive question. Is there a competitive advantage to shorter drivers, or is it just getting in and out of the car?
A racing driver today, you need them small, skinny, preferable. You spend millions making everything stronger and lighter. But within a team, the first thing an engineer looks at when you come from 2 weeks off or something, he will go and look at. And I mean, strong guys like Paul and me, we will have a problem. But you'll have a good chance for a good career.
Good, thank you. Unbelievably, he opened the door and let me sit in the Audi R18, the last car that he won Le Mans in. Whoa.
Get your seatbelt on.
That is the narrowest windscreen I've ever seen in my life.
You just see what you have to see and where you're going.
Absolutely, you're so focused.
I think Tom wanted to give him the proper experience of a Le Mans car, so he slammed the door shut.
Let him enjoy a little bit and then...
Sam was cocooned in this 200-mile-an-hour coffin.
P1, yeah.
But it was so great to have a conversation with Tom outside, just get to know him, and it was a lot of fun to have Sam locked away in a small, confined space for 5 minutes. Mikko Hirvonen, what an incredible human being.
Definitely something that stood out about Mikko is just how relaxed and laid back he was, just about everything.
And those sorts of people in motorsport always worry me because they are always the ones that go straight to the limit, live life on the edge, and are normally the most successful.
I think when you grow into it, I'm just always got used to drive between the trees and mountains.
Difference between Dakar and a normal rally?
It's proper off-road, so a lot of the times when it's, for me, when it's real Dakar, you go in the middle of nowhere. There's no roads, there's nothing.
Could you describe to me, who has never experienced rallying, the feeling and sensation of driving flat out inches past trees and other obstacles that are incredibly dangerous?
Well, I can take you for a spin if you would like to, then you really see what it's all about.
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds great.
There's only one seat.
Fight for it.
No?
Rock, paper, scissors. Just one shot.
Rock, paper, and go on scissors, or go on rock, paper,
What, just
scissors,
1,
go?
2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3,
and
go.
Go on, go.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. Ah! Good man, I'm excited. Yeah. Oh. I won, and I was like, okay, cool, great, I've won. And then it dawned on me that I was about to have my first ever experience in a rally car with Mikko Hirvonen around a course that he hadn't driven for 5 years.
And as much as I trust Mikko,
Okay.
I was pretty nervous for Sam having to co-drive with him.
I had a sort of idea that it was going to be a little bit crazy. But it was so much more than that. I'd underestimated just how raw the experience was. The whole car is shaking around and bumping, there's noise. Parts of your body you didn't know could jiggle were jiggling. I loved every second of it.
Freddie Spencer is a true legend.
He really taught me about the disciplines and what goes into racing motorbikes at super high speed.
The sensation on a motorcycle, the movement, is what makes it very special. And also because you're not just sitting static. You're on the bike and your connection to the motorcycle. For example, shake my hand. Okay, that's how normally you might think you might grip, but that's how light I grip the handlebar, even at 200 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's so light.
So to be super relaxed.
Absolutely.
I really wanted to learn and get an insight into his career, which spanned longer than I've been alive. It was fascinating to see a completely different perspective.
It's always a little bit different. Everyone has a different story.
When I was a kid, and I used to go down to a local Honda dealership with my dad, J.W. Gorman's, it's where I got my first little Honda 50, you know? and Mr. Gorman, in his office, had a picture on the wall of him and this Japanese man, and he would tell me, you know, that's Mr. Honda standing next to me. So all these years go by, and I won the 500 World Championship, and I got invited to Mr. Honda's home, and he invited me there, and I walked in, he put his hands on my shoulders and said, thank you. And I thought about when I was a kid, right? And through motorsports, it gave me that. It's an incredible community. You never know.
Picture? Like,
oh, absolutely. I got a picture. He said, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It made me want to ride motorbikes, which says something about his character, his story, and his overall experience.
I think the biggest thing that all three guys had in common was how relaxed they were. They were easy to talk to, and they were passionate.
To be able to share stories, learn a little bit, but have so much fun whilst doing so. Me and Sam have had some amazing memories, seen some unbelievable cars, and just had the best weekend. It is one that I will never forget.